doing here, you will just keep on making notes, okay? And you will understand that how you have to go through this topic, okay? Now, the first point which you should be knowing here, what is applied anthropology? ये एक सब फील्ड है, ठीक है? पॉइंटर्स लिखते जाइए, ये एक सब फील्ड है ऑफ एंथ्रोपोलॉजी. पहला पॉइंट ये फोकस किस पे करता है? इट फोकसेस ऑन द एप्लीकेशन. फोकस किस पे है? एप्लीकेशन ऑफ एंथ्रोपोलॉजिकल थ्योरीज. The first point which you people have to understand here, it focus practical application. ठीक है? Application कौन सा? Practical application. Practical application of anthropological theories, जो आपने theories पढ़ी है, methods, okay, concepts, methods हो गए, concepts हो गए, to address रियल वर्ल्ड इश्यूज एंड चैलेंजेस. मतलब ये है कि क्या एंथ्रोपोलॉजिकल की जो नॉलेज है वो हमको रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम्स से सॉल्यूशन दिलवा देंगे कि नहीं. रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम्स का सॉल्यूशन will we get or not? Okay, so that is the first point. Now how you people need to understand, see, utilizing anthropological knowledge. जो एंथ्रोपोलॉजिकल का नॉलेज है या रिसर्च है, क्या वो इनसाइट सॉल्यूशन रिकमेंडेशन जो हमको देता है, क्या वो मिल सकता है? सो इट इन्वॉल्व्स यूटिलाइजिंग एंथ्रोपोलॉजिकल नॉलेज. सो व्हाट वी डू, वी यूटिलाइज एंथ्रोपोलॉजिकल नॉलेज, ओके, उनका इंसाइट्स, उनकी थ्योरीज, ओके, इंसाइट्स होगी, थ्योरीज हो गए, तो क्या वो हमको जो हमारी प्रॉब्लम्स हैं उनका सॉल्यूशन दे पाता है, राइट? उनका क्या कुछ यूज है, कुछ इंसाइट्स मिल रही है, कुछ रिकमेंडेशंस है. तो पहला आपको ये क्लैरिटी होना चाहिए, what are we reading into it, okay, before reading and getting into sports anthropology, all the other points. तो पहला you will see developmental anthropology is there, keep writing. तो developmental anthropology में हम प्रोजेक्ट्स, पॉलिसीज देखते हैं ऑन डिफरेंट कम्युनिटीज. वो भी नॉलेज जो हमारे पास आती है उससे हम अंडरस्टैंड कर सकते हैं. वी कैन प्रिजर्व, we can bring social justice. So you can say how we are getting benefit from the knowledge of anthropology. जैसे पहला आप कह सकते हैं developmental anthropology. अब ये हमको हेल्प करेगी लाइक यू नो टू सी वेरियस प्रोजेक्ट्स, ओके. तो हम इम्पैक्ट समझ सकते हैं, so we can understand the impact of various developmental projects and policies, okay, various projects, and we are understanding various policies. Now when we are reading about this, you will see it is going to help us to know how we can promote sustainable development. तो जब हम ये सब पढ़ते हैं, हम इम्पैक्ट पढ़ते हैं on various communities. We see what? We see how we can bring सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट. ओके, तो डेवलपमेंटल एंथ्रोपोलॉजी. अब हम लोगों ने एक पढ़ा था मेडिकल एंथ्रोपोलॉजी. अब मेडिकल एंथ्रोपोलॉजी हमें कैसे हेल्प करेगी? ओके, तो डेवलपमेंटल एंथ्रोपोलॉजी जितनी भी प्रोजेक्ट्स है, जितनी भी पॉलिसीज है जो हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं, उससे हमको समझ आ सकता है. अब ये जो मेडिकल एंथ्रोपोलॉजी है, यू नो, इफ यू हैव रेड epidemiological anthropology, you can say it is an intersection. Okay, it is an intersection of culture, it is an intersection between health and illness. So here you are reading about health beliefs, practices, healthcare system, social, cultural, you know, practices. So when you are dealing all these practices, right, then you are also considering environmental factors. तो ये सारा का सारा हेल्थ इश्यूज आउटकम को समझने में हेल्प करेगी. So write down this part, medical anthropology. Okay, then you do have urban anthropology. So the knowledge of urban anthropology help us to understand urban issues. Okay, migration, you have gentrification, you have, you know, all the social issues related to urbanization. You have urban environment ka issues, impact of cities on individual and communities. Okay, so ये एक हो गया urban anthropology. There are different knowledge which is like, you know, because इतना vast है ये topic, तो आपको समझ में आ सकता है, right? So now when you are dealing with urban anthropology, it is addressing environmental challenges, promoting sustainable practices, and so on. Then you have applied archaeology. Please write down. So the branch applies archaeological methods and techniques to address contemporary issues. मतलब जो आर्कियोलॉजिकल एंथ्रोपोलॉजी है वो सिर्फ हमको हेल्प नहीं करती है कि हम पास्ट को कंस्ट्रक्ट कर पाए, रिकंस्ट्रक्ट कर पाए. आर्कियोलॉजिकल एंथ्रोपोलॉजी is helping us to address contemporary issues. For example, वो कैसे? Heritage management. Okay, so you are having heritage management. यहाँ पे आपको समझ में आ सकता है कल्चरल रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट. Cultural resource management. Okay, that is also you people have to see. Then you can also write down preservation and interpretation of archaeological sites. Preservation and interpretation of archaeological sites. Then write down business anthropology. So here there are anthropologists who are understanding organizational cultures, consumer behavior, market dynamics. Okay, so it can help business understand diverse markets. So business anthropology लिखेंगे. मार्केट डायनेमिक्स को बिजनेस को ग्रो करने में आपको हेल्प होगी. Then similarly with educational anthropology, forensic anthropology and so on. Okay, so यहाँ पे मैंने एक होलिस्टिक पर्सपेक्टिव दिया है आपको. फोरेंसिक एंथ्रोपोलॉजी, ओके, एजुकेशनल एंथ्रोपोलॉजी, ये अलग अलग तरीके से हमारे प्रॉब्लम्स को सॉल्व करने में हेल्प करेगी, राइट? अब आपने जब ये अंडरस्टैंडिंग डेवलप कर ली है, देन लुक एट इनटू सम पॉइंट्स. Anthropology of sports, nutritional anthropology, anthropology designing of defense and other equipments. Okay, that is what you have to understand. Just a moment. Okay, so we'll now see anthropology of sports. So anthropology of sports bolo ya kin anthropometry bolo is a specialized subdiscipline of physical anthropology that deals with sports. So you people can just write down a little bit on this. A scientific specialization dealing with body measurements in a variety of morphological perspectives, its application to movement and those factors which influence movement, including components of body build, composition, proportion, shape, and maturation. Okay? So you can write down like this. It was William D. Rose in the 1970s to bring together scientists who appeared to be working in quite disparate areas, but whose studies had tremendous relevance to each other. So it's an interdisciplinary approach is needed. Human biological, cultural, physiological aspects to understand environment of sports. Okay. So it evaluates physical structure of individuals in relation to gross motor functions. It also includes a study of such aspects of maturation. Okay. And this is what you can see Bill Rose in 1920. So what I would right now want to tell to all of you, when we are dealing with application of anthropology, everything whatsoever so far you have studied, right? So you have studied anthropometry. So in anthropometry, what you have discussed the measurements, right? So you know that how different racial people coming from different nations or countries have, these type of phenotypes, physical appearances. Now you know that the sports, the anthropology of sports. So in sports, it plays a significant role. Your psychic plays a significant role. जो हमने ह्यूमन ग्रोथ एंड डेवलपमेंट में भी पढ़ा है. So how certain physiques are suitable for the sports like basketball, tennis, that if your physical feature is like you can be a swimmer, badminton. So now anthropometry, by using anthropometry techniques or kin anthropometry technique, we can suggest, we can help in having selections of sportsmen. Now, this is the relevance of sports. Up because we know the measurements, okay? We know the measurements. We can also help in designing, technical suits. For example, those who are going in the space, their costumes are not designed by tailor. It is designed by anthropologists, kin anthropologists. So I know the perfect features. I know social values. I also know the cultural values. So even if I have to train somebody who are going up, so I would have better understanding in counseling. Okay. And this is what you will see, that there are different equipments which we need. We do need different, like, seats in in different wars, like, wars ki situation mein we need different type of arms, right? And the space jets mein, aeroplane mein, right? So उसमें seat, even the role of a seat belt. तो अगर हमको पता है कि चाइनीज रेस में लोग ये फिजिकल स्टैटिक्स है, तो उस पर हम हेल्प कर सकते हैं, जैसे मैंने बिजनेस एंथ्रोपोलॉजी में बताया. अब आप एक एक ह्यूमन को मेजर लेके तो ही ना उनकी ड्रेसेस बनाते हो. आप शॉप पे जाते हो, you go to the shop, then you say this is your size, and then they have the point, right? No, and then they will give you that, okay, this is 11th and 12th. So they know at least that in Indian, if somebody is of this height, what will be their stature and this, so it is helping different companies to make standard products. Okay, so that is also an application. Then forensic anthropology. So here you can help criminal to identify the criminals. Okay, so that is also there. So in application of anthropology, if we are trying to see this, for example, parent disputes. So parent disputes are there. So yes, there is no problem in determining who is the mother of a child. But definitely there can be an issue to know who can be the mother of a, who can be a father of a child. Okay, so you can have, you can use the knowledge of anthropology in parents disputes. Okay, so this is what sports anthropology. And when you will go into the detail, you will see there are different physical activities, environment, nutrition cannot change, right? So efficient execution, suitable change in the technique and tactics has to be there. So athletes have revealed that usually sprinters are muscular, marathoners are smaller in size and are leaner, throwers are taller. तो आपका जो फिजिक है उसको देख के हम आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं कि आप किस स्पोर्ट्स में कैसा फंक्शन करेंगे. So in sports requiring projection such as jumping movement against the gravity and so on, right? So this is what you people can read it out. Then nutritional anthropology. So it's a nutritional science been contributing to defining the nutritional status of person, especially by making use of techniques of anthropometry. So height, weight, हम index लेते हैं, BMI, body का weight क्या है, right? Muscles weight क्या है. So we take this. So nutritional anthropometry makes use of three basic measurement: age, weight, and height. Okay? उससे हम help कर सकते हैं, disease को control कर सकते हैं. By use of these three components, right? Anthropologists calculate the indices and compare these indices with reference population. Weight height index, height for age index, weight for age index, BMI, body mass index. So nutritional anthropologists have provided indicators in terms of cutoff points. Okay, so weight for height, wasting, height for age, stunting, weight for age, underweight. So इससे हम diseases को भी देख सकते हैं. Then this is what I've already explained: design of defense and other equipment. So anthropometric surveys provide information on the range and variation of body shape and size. They are important issues because they can significantly affect the utility of equipment, clothing, or work space. So defense में भी काम आता है. So three factors that determine the quality of man-machines relationship: efficiency, safety, and comfort. So design that do not consider humans' variation leads to poor job performance, low job satisfaction, waste of time, and increased morbidity. Okay, so ये एक point आप लोगों ने quickly discuss करना है. This is what you will see: design of defense and other equipment. So majorly this is how we will see, and you read on this part. So jet engines may, how you will see injection seat and passenger safety. Then next is forensic anthropology that we have already covered. Then identification of age, identification of descent. Then DNA profiling is another part. So DNA profiling is a way of identifying a specific individual rather than simply identifying a species. So DNA profiling is that genetic fingerprinting, printing profiling. This is how we see DNA. 7 repeats, 6 repeats, 4 repeats, 19 repeats, 12 repeats. Okay. Identification of individuals, it is helpful in disasters cases. This is the DNA profiling. Then this is paternity diagnosis, which I have explained. We have different approaches. So morphological approach between the child and parent, serological approach, immunological approach through human leukocyte antigen, HLA typing, DNA typing, which includes variable number tandem repeats, short tandem repeats, polymerase chain reactions. Okay, this question actually have come up also, and it is from directly from a PPT. ये question आ चुका है कि कैसे paternity, how many approaches we have, like that, different approaches to solve dispute paternity. Okay, so you can see that how the applied anthropology or the remaining topics of paper 1 which we have recently discussed were really easy.